And just like that, the series flips with the Dallas Stars dismantling the Colorado Avalanche tonight on the scoreboard. The game felt like it could have been a little closer at times, but even though you're playing well, doesn't mean you're not letting in goals. And this was really Dallas Stars hockey that the Dallas Stars fans are aware of. No Robertson, no Heiskanen, no problem. Mikko Rantanen wakes up and leads the charge. Wyatt Johnston, quietly one of the best centermen in the playoffs, and he plays on the second and the third line. That's how deep this team is. Excellent job done by the Stars. They chase Mackenzie Blackwood from the net, and will that shake the young goaltender's confidence? He has been a huge bright spot for the Dallas Stars. And the other question, are MacKinnon and Makar getting tired? Told you they were going to play a lot of minutes, and the longer this series goes, are they getting broken down by the fact that the Dallas Stars can hit you with line 1, line 2, line 3? There is no relief for line 1 regardless of whether you have home ice or away ice, because there's just a good line playing against you, and that is Dallas Stars hockey. Goal number 1 is an absolute banger to start the night. Completely banana sandwich here. They win the puck off the draw. And what makes this even more special tonight is this is the third time it's happened. It happened once in Tampa Bay, right off the faceoff. It happened once in Florida, right off the faceoff. This is the first one to happen at the beginning of the game. But regardless, it's a center faceoff. And here we go. The puck gets dumped into the net. There's a little bit of confusion about an icing. As we'll see here, he believes he doesn't get to the line if there's no tip. The linesman clearly waved it off immediately, but the Dallas Stars are on it. They're the ones who are listening to it. It comes in off the wall. Bang, they bank it in off Mackenzie, which would be the start of his night where he ends up pulled. Wyatt Johnston's first goal is followed up with, in the first, near the end of the period, by Thomas Harley and a Wyatt Johnston assist. It starts here at the line. The puck gets to the line, and this is a lot of places that trouble can happen. The Dallas Stars don't keep it in, but they tag up rather quickly here as we see. They get to the line, little bit of a push and a shove in the middle, and just absolute perfect fluid timing here as the Dallas Stars enter the zone. It's Wyatt Johnston leading the charge here, and as he gets closer, he is going to find Thomas Harley. He activates so many times as the fourth forward. There's numbers. There's 4 players here. Jamie Benn's going to do what Jamie Benn does, and that's go to the net. Harley takes a quick shot. Blackwood can't find it. Little bit of a bounce, and it's put in the back of the net. And initially, it really did look like that was Jamie Benn's goal, doing what Jamie Benn does, going to the back of the net, but it isn't. It just pops up on Blackwood, and it's just indicative of his entire night. It's floating. As Blackwood backs into the net, you can see the puck right here on the back of his shoulder, and it would just keep getting tougher from there. Sometimes you're walking uphill both ways to school. That's what Blackwood was doing tonight. Tough start for the Avalanche. Phenomenal start for the Stars. Rantanen, Hintz, and Lyubushkin. Big rebound comes off Ottinger. Pick it up. Gonzo. They have numbers. The 3-on-2 turns into a quick 2-on-1 at the blue line. Hintz is going to step in, and we've been saying it since the trade deadline. He doesn't have Nathan MacKinnon, but he does have Rupe Hintz and Jason Robertson. No Robertson in this game. Rantanen has yet to really step up to the point production they expected for the $12 million man. But maybe this is a sign of things to come. Absolutely bananas pass right through the legs. Finishing it off with the sandwich part, a banana sandwich. Absolutely sick goal again. They're up 3-0. And it's at this point you think, the comeback kids, maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. It doesn't feel like Colorado's totally out of this game. It just feels like Dallas has completely capitalized on their chances. And I've been saying this since the series starts, much to the chagrin of a lot of people. I've said every game is close. Every game isn't close. Look, they destroyed them last game. Every game is close. That's why each games keep flipping back and forth. That's why I said this was going to go 7. These aren't blowouts after blowouts. These are little tiny errors and little tiny ways to capitalize that these teams end up scoring on each other because they are so good. They're just so good. They have so many ways they can beat you. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And that's what the Stars do here. They got an inch. They took a mile, and for the first time in the series, they chased Blackwood from his net. Arturi Letkinen here, though, pushback by the Colorado Avalanche. Oh, man, it's a late one. We've seen this before. Nathan MacKinnon winding it up in the neutral zone. This is what you have to shut down if you want to take it home. Crisscross, applesauce, and we know what he likes to do here. He likes to cut across the center here, push these guys back, and create gap, but he gets so many options. We see so many different times. He could pro curl to the wall here and wait. He can drop pass. He can just sneak out into the middle and shoot many times. But here, he chooses drop pass, drive the net, creates a whole bunch of time and space, step in, shot, no good. And when you miss wide like that, many times it can exit the zone and cause a break, but not in this case. Colorado's going to keep it in, and that is going to cause the confusion on the Dallas Stars D zone. Dallas doesn't do a lot of switching. Their centerman or F1 plays in one corner, and then he's asked to make the entire skate over to the other side to play in the other corner. This is common in a lot of hockey teams. It makes it very simple to play, but it's a long skate in. So you step in to go ahead and make your puck support. It's a little bit too late. He's unable to get there. This is why a lot of teams do switch. You know, you have a player switch into here and then you replace that player. But that's also an easy way to get confused and lost in the D zone. So I'm not too critical of teams that have either system. The Avs do a great job of taking advantage of this. They put it in the back of the net. The sheer force of will that is Nathan MacKinnon just won't be denied. He wants to put the team on his back and carry through. Devon Toews is going to enter the zone like Colorado Avalanche players like to do. Half of their offense is done on the rush like you see here, and it's actually going to be Nathan MacKinnon who has to pull up into Devon Toews' normal spot here on the blue line. That puck will move all the way back here to Mr. MacKinnon, and as soon as he gets that, he's going to do exactly what he always does, east to west. Great puck protection by Nathan MacKinnon. You can't get him off the puck, and as soon as you overcommit, this is what makes him so special. I don't know if you guys ever get to see this up close. It's these little pushes. You don't want to ever overextend. You want to contain. But guess what? When you see the back or you see a player fumble, players are programmed to pressure. You should not pressure MacKinnon. You should always be containing. You don't. Great way to get beat. Look at that unbelievable puck protection by the right-handed shot of MacKinnon at this point. He ends up stepping in, and that one little extra push is just enough gap for MacKinnon to step into the high slot and fire one past Ottinger. Feels like at this point, this is going to be a game. Shots are close. Game is close. Speed is close. Can Dallas handle the rush offense that is the Colorado Avalanche? And just like in this series, it keeps flipping back and forth. Who's finally going to get a stranglehold? Well, the answer to that question is the Stars. They're going to get the momentum here off of a power play. Power plays are super important. They have the overload going on down below. A quick little 3-on-1. Rantanen sets it up. Looks to go high, and you can see here, this is where he's going to fool you. He looks like he wants to go this way. You're giving him a lot of room to play for. Well, he's going to also have an option to go down low, and that's why he's skating left. It's just deceptive skating, moves that puck, and that little bit of deceptive skating pulls this player this way. That allows the puck to go down here, and it opens up all that space in front of the goalie. These little things players do matter so much, and they make everything work. That's why not everybody can be on the power play. Duchesne ends up over to Johnson, puts it in the back of the net. The next goal from the Stars is just a simple shot from the point at this point in time. The shots are low when it ends up 5-2, 16-16 at this point in the game. The game ends with some friendly pushing and shoving at the end. But if you're an Avalanche fan, you might be thinking this is the end. It is not. They're going back to one of the harder rinks to play in Denver. That is a very challenging rink to play in due to both altitude and fan presence. Got to get a good sleep if you're the Colorado Avalanche. And I do expect them to take game 6. I've always thought this was going to go to 7. But the real Dallas Stars have woken up. This is the team we're all familiar with. They were in a slump heading into the playoffs. They didn't look Dallas Starsy, is that the term, enough throughout the playoffs, but this time they do. And if Rantanen is clicking, they're just going to be more dangerous. So the question that I asked to you to answer down below in the comments, do you think MacKinnon and Makar on the first line of the Colorado Avalanche are exhausted by the repeat attacks from the Dallas Stars, line 1, 2, and 3? Do you think they've played a little bit too much hockey? Or do you think it was just the Dallas Stars night? Maybe it wasn't Mackenzie Blackwood's night, it was the Stars night, and the Avalanche will bounce back next game and win the series. Let me know down below which narrative you like. I am banking on the narrative that it's going to be Game 7. I had Colorado to win this series, but I am heavily starting to lean towards Dallas. Someone else will also point out the fact that the winner of Game 5 wins 80% of series. Well, 20% of the time they don't, and whatever happened in the past doesn't mean it will happen in this one. So you have to play out the whole series. We'll end up seeing what happens. I had Colorado initially, but if this is going to go to 7, Dallas may sneak it through. Either way, the one who wins is us, the hockey fans.